A leading member of that cartel, the United Arab Emirates, wants to build a nuclear reactor that could be used to make nuclear material that could be exported overseas. And the Bush administration has decided to help. That's right. The Bush administration wants to send American nuclear technology to the United Arab Emirates to help them build a nuclear reactor, even though the UAE has close ties with Iran. Some members of Congress are furious. Kitty Pilgrim has our report.
In his final days in office, President Bush is pushing a nuclear deal with the United Arab Emirates. It would allow the sale of U.S. nuclear reactors and technology to the UAE. The UAE and the port of Dubai are just across the Gulf from Iran. Some members of Congress say that's a problem. The UAE has been a transshipping hub for technology with military uses to Iran.
The United Arab Emirates, including Dubai, have had a rather poor record of controlling the export both of technology that can be used in these IEDs that are killing our service people in Iraq, and even more importantly, controlling items that can be used in the centrifuges turning in Iran.
Some in Congress want this deal blocked, the same way they blocked the sale and operation of 6 U.S. ports to a Dubai company 2 years ago, saying Dubai's export controls were weak. President Bush argued there was no security risk in the Dubai ports deal, and the State Department made that argument again in talking about the nuclear deal with the UAE.
The UAE is a good friend that we have worked very closely with them on a number of different issues, and they've demonstrated that they are a very responsible partner.
The UAE has promised safeguards. Still, top nuclear policy experts say it makes no sense to give nuclear technology to the UAE while trying to prevent Iran from developing it. Henry Sokolsky of the Nonproliferation Policy Education Center today said, once this thing gets signed, it's a loaded gun. You can't renegotiate it. Now, President Bush can pass this deal unless Congress prevents him. Ileana Ross-Layton and Brad Sherman have introduced legislation to stop this deal and also require congressional approval for all future nuclear cooperation agreements. Lou?
Yeah, it seems to me that the Constitution of the United States would prevent exactly this sort of thing from happening. It is a failure of the Congress to enforce that Constitution and our courts. It would seem to me that in addition to, and my compliments to the Congress, to the congressman in doing this, and stopping it, but somebody ought to file suit here, because this should be decided once and for all. There is no way that this should be within the purview of the executive branch ever.
Yeah, the way it works now, he submits it, the heads of state sign it, and he submits it. Unless Congress acts, in 90 days it goes into effect.
It's time for Congress to regain its power, its constitutional power, because this, amongst the many challenges that we have in this country, it is the failure to preserve our fundamental system of checks and balances. This imperial presidency really, well, it's completely disturbing when seeing what this lame duck president apparently thinks he can do against the will of the people and against the interest of the United States in the final days of his administration. Very troubling. Thank you very much, Kitty Pilgrim.